In Khumbu, a rugged region of Nepal, lives a people whose culture and achievements have fascinated the Western world. 450 years ago, in search of a better life, they left the province of Kham in Tibet and crossed high mountain passes to eventually settle in Nepal. They called themselves Sharwas, a word meaning people from the east in Tibetan. During the following centuries, Sharwas developed a unique Buddhist culture based on farming, animal herding, and commerce with Tibetan traders. Then, an event occurred that would change their way of life forever. In May 1953, New Zealander Edmund Hillary and Sharwa Tenzing Norgay made the first successful ascent of Mount Everest. Before long, the world discovered these Sharwas, whose name was later misunderstood and pronounced Sherpas. When Nepal opened its borders, a flood of foreigners headed to the Khumbu region. This influx of visitors helped develop the local economy, but also created a radical change in the Sherpas' way of life by evolving their traditional self-reliant culture into a more service-oriented, tourism-dependent society. 50 years later, Sherpas have become an icon of superhuman strength and endurance. Their mountaineering expertise and sense of dedication have become legendary, earning the respect of hikers and climbers around the world. Over the years, most Sherpas have lifted themselves out of poverty. Many of them have settled in Kathmandu, where it is easier to find a contract on an expedition. Some Sherpas, thanks to the development of commercial climbing, were inspired to start their own guiding business. Lakpa is one of these Sherpa entrepreneurs. Today, he is shopping for climbing equipment as his first contract of the season is only a few days away.
My name is Lakpa Norbu Sherpa. I'm 28 years old. I was born in Namche Bazaar. It's a town of Khumbu, Everest region, but I live in Kathmandu.
I was working for other people's company for about 8 years, and it was very stressful. That's why I started my own business. I learned basic computer in Kathmandu. I learned about 3 months how to use the keyboard, how to use the mouse, and how to use the internet. So now these days, this is helping me to connect with my friends or with my clients.
This time, it will be an easy assignment. Island Peak, a mountain 21,000 feet high. The next day, Lakpa is at the airport, welcoming his first client of the season, a Frenchman nicknamed JJ. It is the second time that these two will be trekking together.
I met JJ in 2002. He was my client on that time, and we made Everest Base Camp trek together. This time we are going through Dingbuche, Chukung, and we're gonna climb Island Peak. As I have seen him last time doing very good in the mountains, I hope he will make it to the top of Island Peak.
As an expression of traditional Sherpa hospitality, Lakpa has invited JJ for a classic Nepalese meal in his home. Tonight, they will eat momos, a sort of ravioli stuffed with meat and vegetables, and dal bhat, the traditional Nepalese dish of lentils, rice, vegetables, and lamb. Although Lakpa's revenues make him part of Kathmandu's middle class, his budget remains tight. The climbing season will allow him to support his entire family. Before heading out for the mountains, guide and clients often spend a few days in Kathmandu. Since his friend JJ already knows the city from a previous trip to Nepal, they have decided to spend the rest of the day in the Kopan Monastery, a a sanctuary of peace located in the northeast of Kathmandu.
This is a way to find enlightenment.
One important aspect of Sherpa life is devotional Nyingmapa Tibetan Buddhism, the oldest form of Buddhist tradition. Although Nepal is famous as the world's only Hindu kingdom, religion here is an intricate blend of Hinduism, Buddhism, and other beliefs. Like most good Buddhists, Lakpa chants Om Mani Padme Hum regularly. The rhythmic exhortation of this mantra can be heard throughout the city. It is a declaration of being, symbolizing the Buddha's gesture of touching the earth at the moment of enlightenment.
Our religion is very important for us. Every time we go to the monastery and we pray a lot. We pray for safe travel, for safe climbing, and for better life for all human beings.
To start this trek, they must first fly up to Lukla, a small village in Solukhumbu, but the lingering October monsoon makes it impossible for planes to take off, and rescheduling flights has become a logistic headache. After a few days, a high-pressure system finally moves in and makes flying conditions acceptable again. It is during one of these routine flights to Lukla that Edmund Hillary, the conqueror of Everest, lost his wife and daughter in a plane crash in 1975.
I got good chance for Island Peak, and now I have to go to find the porters.
Lakpa won't have to go far. Porters are always on the lookout for work, and candidates to the job are already following Lakpa's every move.
The porters are lowland farmers, and they are not very used to go very high.
Their lack of equipment has always put porters at high risk of hypothermia, frostbite, and acute mountain sickness. To prevent this, organizations like the Porters Progress Nepal in Kathmandu lend porters waterproof jackets and boots. Today, their clothing bank can outfit over 500 porters at a time.
And as we climb higher and higher, it's our responsibility to take care of them. Each year I do at least 5 or 6 treks. I usually do Everest Base Camp trek, but sometimes I do other treks too. I've been in many parts of Nepal.
Crossing the Dud Kashi River Gorge on the Namche Bridge is always a trekker's highlight. For Lakpa, it is merely the doorstep to the city of his birth. To adjust their body to the higher elevation, Lakpa and his client will spend 2 days in Namche, in a lodge owned by his aunt.
Some of my relatives live in Namche, in Thame, in Tangboche. So altogether, more than 20-25 of my relatives are living in the mountains.
Sometimes called the Sherpa capital, Namche is the biggest Sherpa village in Solukhumbu. It is a curious blend of the high-tech and the archaic. Internet cafes abound and satellite TVs are found in almost every lodge, but the village still lacks basic sanitation. Namche is also the last opportunity to buy or rent more equipment.
I'm buying these propane gases here. We're gonna use this for Island Peak Base Camp or for Island Peak High Camp.
After resting one full day in Namche, Lakpa and his client are ready for higher elevation.
Today we're heading out for Tengboche Monastery. It's like 3,800, 900 meters. And it takes about 5 hours for us to get there. And that's a very nice spot, very old monastery and monks. We're gonna visit the monastery too. Okay. Okay, ciao.
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 A guide's working season is short-lived, with only a few months of climbing or trekking activities every year, 3 months in the spring and 2 months in the fall. To take advantage of the season, Sherpas tend to stretch the limits of their physical endurance by signing up for as many guiding jobs as possible. Exhaustion is the most common sign of these limits, and in some circumstances, it translates into major accidents.